young lady we're training the service dog for. I got it. Thanks, you're maybe just stay up here with me. You're gonna be running back and forth. All right, let's go for the first one. All right, can we stop this so I can kind of explain? Yeah. I'll just go on the fly. Go back to it. Sorry, guys. That's why I work with dogs and not computers. Just let it go. So this is the service dog we're training out of Royal Dynasty Doberman Kennel. Dog name is Angie. He's 7 months, 7, 8 months old, and he really does his job well, guys. Hopefully you get this good. We're training at the university here, and you'll see that was an active alert for what this client wants. You know, he's a sweetheart, guys. He's a good dog. There goes another active alert we're training for. Gotta have some door manners on campus, and you know, just teaching them how to just coexist. This dog's gonna be around a lot, guys. A lot of distractions. Here we are at the food hall. Now this is a good one. It's a lot of deep breathing. You see, we want him to pick up on that. Okay, he doesn't get his reward. Boom. So that's just awesome to see. You know that this dog performed this well in this young. Okay, and just teaching the dog how to coexist in the real world. That's just important. So, what's your name? Thank you, Tony. I appreciate it. I'm gonna keep you here. I ain't letting you go down there. All right, let's go to the next slide, please. Yeah, we keep it here. So this is me. Yeah, that's fine. This is me and Bear. We're playing. So, you know, I'm big on being able to take a dog a lot of different places. You know, Bear, I say this dog travels more than most humans. He's been all over the country with me. So that's just a little snippet of me and Bear traveling. We can go to the next one. All right, this is one of our group classes at our facility. A few of the clients working some dogs through some impulse control. Just working some big down stays. That's one of our main training areas that we have. So just a little snippet of, you know, a group class setting there. Right. That's all we're doing. All right. Thank you. Next one, please. All right. Another group setting. All right. Now these dogs are all part of my program, and you know, some of them are protection dogs, but most of them are just typical pet clients, all right? And, you know, we work all dogs together, okay? It's real important, you know, to get them to be able to function around a little bit of our agility course, have them go through bottles, jumping on things. We really want to test and put the dogs in situations to be confident, okay? This particular dog, it goes bangs, it's fun, look at him. You know, we want to teach dogs to be able to, you know, have close contact with another dog if you're out at the park or anywhere, shake someone's hand. Here we got a dog being active, you know, being loose, and the dog has to hold his composure. So distraction training is the best training, guys. I don't care what anyone says. If your dog isn't distraction trained, then it's not training, right? Right. All right, so we'll switch to the next slide. All right, let's go back. All right, can we go back? I got a few more there. Let's go to that. So this is one of the department dogs that we're training. This is like your routine traffic stop. I'm the bad guy. I'm a resisting arrest. He's going to door pop the dog. Boom. Dog comes in, handle business, apprehends the suspect,
And this is a dog that's bred to be a police dog too. You know, and he's a total package dog. As you can see, he's beat me up, watch his owner call him, good boy. Nice. Back to the squad car. That's what we want to see, right? So that's a good example of a dog that wants to do the work, okay? Go to the next one. That's fine. Yeah, you can go to, let's go to that one. That's fine. Let's see. All right, so that's one, yeah, you can stay there. Technology. Yeah, I know. She's sending me to do all this. All right, so this is us again out in the downtown. That's my wife and my kids walking through, helping out with the class. Yeah, I got a whole crew, so we need a big tote to tote them around. All right, let's go. Right, next one, and I think that'll be the last one. We got one more. Yeah, that's fine. Let's do this one. Okay. All right, I believe that's it, guys. That's good. Thank you. So this is our contact information. If you're ever in Illinois, reach out to us. Just give us, some time in advance. But if you are looking for training for your dog, we travel. We get dogs all over the country from different parts, training for different things. Okay. Now I do got Bear, and if you guys don't mind, I'd like to do a demonstration with them, just to kind of show you some of our training. I think he's going to do real good. It's been a while since he's been a little active. All Bear does is sit in my house and sit under my kids' high chairs and get food, guys. I got a lot of younger dogs that I'm actively training, but I had to get him out. My wife told me, "Can you take Bear this time?" So he's with me. Now we're going to show you guys what plots Bear. So with Bear, I'll just start off with just some of the obedience that we do. And I speak to Bear in German. I don't know, anyone speak to the dogs in a different language? No? And I'll tell you why we do that. It's important. Now, I learned it from some of the police guys I was working with about 10 years ago. And they're out there telling the dog, Platz, bleib, Fuß, and here, and seats, and all that stuff. And I'm like, what are you saying to me? It just took me back. I was like, wow, I didn't know you could talk to a dog in a different language, And, once I seen that and how cool it was and that no one could control their dogs, it was really cool. So I definitely picked that up, and that's what I speak to my dogs in German, all right? So we're gonna have Dusty help out today, all right? We're gonna get Dusty bit. Who wants to see Dusty get bit? Oh man, Dusty, you want to see him bit, man? But Bear's a good dog. He's got good control. He may be a little leaky. It's been a while since he's had a little action, but I think he's going to do great. Now, I'll show you what to look for is just the communication me and Bear has, all right? Nothing's perfect, guys, all right? Training is ongoing, all right? That's very important to understand. You're going to have some good days of training and some bad days of training, just like life. So the biggest thing is to stay consistent, stay at it, don't get down, and just keep going. All right, Bear, here, Fuß. Unter. Bear, 9, Fuß. Unter. Good, Fuß. Good, back. Platz. Pass up. Pass up. Pass up. Platz. All right, come on, Dusty. So, what we're going to do, we're not just going to let Bear get a bite. Can everyone see? Would you like for Dusty to Platz, Would you guys like for Dusty and everyone see Dusty? Everyone's good? Okay. So, Mainly, the dog has to stay 9. So we pat Dusty down. You hear Barry's no flies. You hear Barry, he's getting ready. He wants to fight Dusty for sure. So, but we want to work the dog impulse control. Who has shepherds? Who else has shepherds? There's some whining dogs, ain't they, man? I tell you. 9. So he has to have the impulse control to say, if you're patting someone down, we do a lot of this with our police dogs. Okay, it's just a situation that we do that they may have on the street. Okay, 9, no, here, there, no, foods, flies. Good. So if you make some mistake like that, I'm going to work his impulse control. 9. Okay, he really wants to bite, but I'm making him wait. Okay? All right, he's got to earn that bite, all right? Oops. 9. Ready? You guys ready?
Yep.
Okay. Who's first time seeing something like this? Okay, cool. Very cool. So, boy. There, nose, here, foos. So come up, you can 9, flat. So, put your hand out. 5. Nose, flats. Back off. Man, that leg ain't that hurt. You moving good, brother. Alright, so flats, go ahead, Dusty. Just go by him. Flats, step over him, Dusty. Okay, good. Step back over him. Okay, good. Flats. So step off, Dusty. Yep, now one more. Oh, you ain't done yet, man. Right, ain't you? About one more, okay? Yeah. All right, so, this time we're gonna make it between our legs. 9. Who's? What's up? Hey. Step back. I'm gonna see them in flats. Go back a bit. Flats. 9. Flats. Good boy. Good. Bear loves here. Flats. Give it up for Dusty, guys. Hey, 9. Bear wants some more. You see him? He's ready to get back in there. So that's a little snippet of what we do. I wanted to bring a dog that's real social, that can hang out with people, and but still can turn it on when needed. Like I said, Bear's a perfect dog for that. I really love our relationship. I mean, you can tell when the foundation's set that it makes a big difference, okay? And I have other dogs that are good dogs too, but they may not be the type of dog you'll bring here, okay? And that's okay. That's all right. Every dog is bred for certain different things, and people use them for different things. So I really appreciate your time, guys. No, lots. Letting me and Bear hang out with you. When Ashley asked me to do the event, I'm like, sure. I mean, I'm not a breeder. She said, it's okay, just come and talk. And, hopefully I was able to educate you guys on a little bit of dog training. Any questions? Anything? Yes, ma'am.
So, with Bear, what was his problems?
Okay, good question. he was just a little skittish. For me, like I said, I want a certain dog that's confident. And you can see in him, even in the bite work, you know, he's good. Now, for the normal person, he looks really good, you know. But for someone with a trained eye that is in the working dog community, I probably wouldn't recommend a dog for a police department or, you know, sport dog or something like that. But he's great for what I need him for, you know. I mean, I just need him to alert him. You know, if I need him to apprehend, he'll do that. But my other dogs they do the job really, really well. But those are the dogs that I selected from good breeders, and, you know, they got a long history of working dogs, like I said. Go ahead.
Did he take you longer to train because of his skittishness? Would
Yes,
it be
ma'am.
put
Yes.
into a family type situation because he's more not as high drive, or
He's
is he
high
high drive?
Yeah, he's high drive. So what I am looking for out of a dog, I like the working side of the dogs, but I also like a dog that can relax as well. And I think bite work is a good test to test the dog. For me, I can't speak for everyone else, but for what I'm looking for, I want to see nice full grips, and I want to see a dog that's comfortable being in there. Like that police dog you just said, that dog wants to be in there. But that dog's probably not going to make a good house pet. But to get the bear, yes, it took me a while to get him to bite work. Compared to my other dogs, out the gate, they're just, let's do it. You know, a lot of dogs are forward, but they're bluffs. Does that make sense? I mean, some dogs just don't have a lot in the tank. Now, if you didn't know Bear, he's barking at you, you know, I mean, he would definitely bite if I told him to. But he's just not what I will want, knowing what I know now in the dog. But I love him. He's my buddy. You know, I mean, I wouldn't trade him for the world. He's a great dog. I mean, he's better than most, in my opinion. You know, and we've been able to work through a lot to get him to some good points. And he's a dog that built my program. So it just goes to show you, it's like, I mean, you get this dog and you're not thinking that it's gonna elevate you that much. So, I mean, I love our bond. But like I said, my other dogs are just genetically better, in a sense. Now, some would say they're a little high strung, but I'm a little high strung, you know? So we kind of like match each other's energy. But that's a good question, though. I really like, hopefully I answered that pretty well. And that makes sense. Yes, ma'am.
Where is your facility located?
It's in Illinois, small town. We're probably like an hour outside of Chicago, in a small town called Newark, Illinois. Anyone familiar with Illinois here? No? All, okay. All Iowa people? Corn fed? Nothing but cornfields in Iowa, huh? But yes, ma'am, we're located in Illinois. So if you guys are ever passing through, you know, get our information, reach out to us. And if you ever need any assistance with your dogs, just let us know. Any more questions? Anything that I didn't? Yes, sir.
Do you teach him to go to the honor?
Whatever's available, you know. But me and Dustin was just practicing, you know. Now it just depends. So when we're training our police dogs, technically with the laws and all that goes into it, the dog has to target certain areas, you know. I mean, you can't have the dog going for the face, anything like that. So I like to teach the dog to take what's available for my personal dogs, because I don't only want to teach the arm and the legs available, and the dog won't take it, and the dog hasn't seen it. So we like to practice all of that, you know, different targets, but mainly the arm is where we start to build confidence. Some dogs are better, more comfortable biting the leg. It just depends on, you know, what we're doing with the dog. Do you have one?
What about your tracking program? What is that?
Oh man, it's fun. Yeah, I tell you, outside of bite work, tracking is probably the funnest thing I like to do next to that. Just because the dog is doing what it naturally do, man. I mean, we can't teach dogs to track. I mean, they can smell and do things way better than us. all we can do is set up scenarios to teach them. But I mean, odor in itself is like, it's an interesting thing because it goes everywhere. You know, I mean, the wind is twirling it, and just to see the dogs problem solve is just amazing, man. To me, it's like, you know, we got dogs that are tracking hard surfaces, then transfer over to more rural areas. Man, I've seen a dog track like this town called New Lenox, is downtown Chicago, well, neighboring Chicago, and it's by a train station. And that was like my first introduction to tracking. To see the dog, I mean, that's a lot to distinguish. You know, a lot of people want to spend thousands of people walking. You know, the dog went straight to the girl, so I love it. Now, there's a lot of different ways you can teach tracking. You know, this person might say do it this way, this person might say do it that way. But for me, we like to teach dogs to hunt. You know, that's the biggest thing. We like to be natural when we're teaching tracking. Because what do wolves hunt for in the wild? Food, you know, or, you know, potential mate or something like that. So, depends on what the dog wants. Some dogs rather track for food, some dogs track for a bite, or a toy, or a ball, whatever. But it's a very interesting thing. What type of dogs do you have?
We have a tracking temple.
A tracking tackle?
Wounded deer.
Oh, okay, cool. I'd like to talk to you about that, because I know it's a little different, you know, probably in that, but I do more like police style tracking, to where, you know, the dog has to learn to go to different levels, hard surfaces, rural areas, you know, and it's pretty unique though, because the odor hides, you know, and if you're like tracking by a building, the odor will go up on the building and it finds shade, so it's really neat, man. I love it. And I learned from a company called Georgia K9. I don't know if you guys heard of it, but it's a branch in Illinois and Wisconsin. But the main hub's down in Georgia, so I love tracking. It's a rush just watching the dog and seeing the dog do the thing and learning to read the dog, because sometimes dogs are smart. If they can cut it in half, they will. And you gotta learn to like trust it. You know, and I'm sure with your tracking dogs, you see, you know, the odor may be going this way, and there may be a way he can go this way. You're like, no, I shot the deer right here. You know, so you gotta listen to the dog. But that's cool. I love tracking and trailing as well. I think Dusty does that too. So maybe you guys can connect. He's big on the blood trailing thing as well. Any more questions? Okay. Well, thank you guys for having me. Hopefully I didn't keep you too long and make this thing interesting. But Ashley, the president, thank y'all for inviting me. I've had a good time, and the people that I talked to, I really appreciate it, okay? So, you guys enjoy yourselves.